Hey, fat fish heads! It's time for another edition of the hottest new podcast on all platforms, Fat Fish. Sit back and strap yourself in for the wildest ride on the open seas. Now, flap your fins for the fabulous Fat Fish brothers, Eric Fish Snyder and Brad Grunny Grunberg, a.k.a. Snacks.
Oh, we're back. How are you, Mr. Fish, number 48?
I missed you. You know,
Really?
This is one of the highlights of my life. And then you told me we have a guest today that you go way back with. So let me get the Fat Fish logo off there because we want to see all our pretty faces.
Yes.
And we're going to bring a guest on, and I'll let you introduce him. First of all, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well. Whenever I see your punim, it makes me smile. So I'm doing well. Yeah. I was excited about today. I was really excited.
Yeah. This is show number 48. We're getting we got some good stuff coming up, fans. And when we get close to our year anniversary, I'll just go out and say it. We're going to try and bring back the guest that gave us the most accolades, and that's Tony Orlando, who's retiring. So when we bring him on, we're going to retire Brad with the show also.
Please get me out of
and
here.
I'm bringing Bill Hudak on, if I pronounce his name on. Who is that, Brad?
Oh, Bill, this guy, he's taught me so much. He was my mentor. He was my teacher, and he was my boss at the world famous Hollywood Tropicana, female hot oil and mud wrestling. And he showed me all the ins and outs of the business, if you know what I mean. And really a humble guy. And I'm so excited to have him on the show.
Well, he's waiting to come on the show because he has a lot of smack about you. And when we can make fun of you, that's the best thing about the show.
Exactly. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. So let's bring him on. There he is.
Woohoo! What's happening?
Bill Hudak, come on, Fish, please. Sitting ovation. Bill,
absolutely.
God, Bill, let me ask you a question. With a little dabble do you on the hair and the goatee, you look fucking the same, man. You look really the same. What
really?
are you? Yeah, what are you eating in Ohio? What are you drinking?
Am I allowed to say that or no?
Yes.
Sure. Tell us what's going on. What keeps you young, Billy?
Mama cooks well. That's all I can say.
I love it.
Keep me young.
I love
Hey,
it.
Bill. Well, nice to
Yes,
meet
sir.
you, by the way. What part of Ohio are you from?
I'm up around the Cleveland area, up around the lake.
Yeah, my wife's from Youngstown, so I'm very familiar
That's
with.
where I'm at. That's
Say again?
actually where I'm at.
I
I'm
can't hear you.
actually
Say
in
again,
the
sir?
Youngstown. I'm in the Youngstown area.
Oh, she's from Boardman.
I'm from Austintown.
I know exactly where you are. Oh my
I'm
God!
right
Remember
behind
Pal
me.
Joey's? Remember the bar, Pal Joey's?
Years ago, absolutely.
Yeah, see, there's a reason why me and this guy Bill reconnected, Brad. We don't need you for this podcast. We're going to do a whole fucking show
See you
about
later,
Youngstown
Brad.
Yeah,
and Mill Creek Park and Handel's Ice Cream.
This is really nice.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Why don't you
Hell
hold hands and sing Kumbaya fucking Ya? Okay. I don't need. All right, I'm in LA, baby. Okay.
Oh my God.
Ice cream places. Who the fuck cares? Let's get down to business. Billy, let me ask you this question to start. What are you doing now in your life? What kind of work are you doing?
I own a medical company.
Nice. Is that what you're going to call it? Yeah, I like it. You have.
Well, no, it's legal. It is.
Okay.
I have a contract with the state of Ohio. We take care of individuals.
I like to thank you, Billy. Wow. You took care of individuals back in the day at the Hollywood Tropicana, if you know what I mean. And now you're taking care of different kind of individuals. How did you get the job at the Hollywood Tropicana? Yeah, tell us how you got the job.
One of my roommates, like I worked Lockheed Aircraft during the daytime. I was an aircraft mechanic for Lockheed in Burbank.
Wow.
So at night, I'm in my 20s. I want to go play. I go see a show. My buddy Julio's there. He's refereeing. I don't know if you know who Julio is, but he was a porn star, Tony Montana. He was my roommate.
That was your roommate?
Okay.
Oh my.
He was one of my roommates, and he was a top-notch porn star. If you look at Google Tony Montana, he was all over the place. He made hundreds and hundreds of movies.
Wow.
And he was one having me say, hey, we're short people one day. Can you help me out? I said, sure, I can do that. I went down there, helped refereeing. A couple of weeks later, I was refereeing more. A couple of months later, I was the manager. A couple of months later, the management actually came up to me at one point, Kenny and Paul and them, and wanted to make me in charge and cut everybody else out.
Wow.
I wouldn't cut everybody else out. Oh, yeah. They wanted to throw a certain person out. They were trying to make a deal with me. And I said, nope, don't want to do it. No, I loved. Remember, you were gone for a while. They dumped you.
Oh, I know. What happened was Dennis Morgan.
In there demanded they bring you back.
No, I know. You were instrumental in that. Bill and I, how many years did you work there?
Let's see. About 5 years.
About 5 years, yeah.
Yep, 5 years.
So, yeah, I was working. I was so excited. I've told that story, and then all of a sudden, Dennis Morgan was may he rest in peace. He was the number one MC. He was working in Florida, and he decided to come back to LA. So when he came back to LA, I was the low man on the totem pole. So they said, we got to let you go, but we'll put you in the bullpen if we ever need you. And this is what Bill did. He goes, listen, I like you. I'm going to put you to work. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I get side shows, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to send you on a sideshow. Fish, you got to hear this story. It's unbelievable. So he puts me on a fucking plane to Vail, Colorado, to a corporate gig, if you know what I mean. And I go, Bill, what do you want me to do? He goes, just be me. I'm sending my top girls with you, and let's call them Tanny and Barbara. And they did a 2-girl show. They wrestled each other. But the thrill for me was hanging out with these girls on an away game. And then this was the big one. At the end, they were taking a shower together. Hello. And they said, Brad, Johnny, come on in. Johnny Cocktails, come in here. I go, oh, you want me to wait till you're finished? Get your fucking ass in here. And I go in there. And they're taking a shower together, rubbing soap on each other. And of course, my mind goes crazy places. I'm saying, did you say take off my clothes too? No, they never said that. But I watched them take a shower and they asked me questions about getting paid and all this stuff. Bill, it was a thrill of a lifetime because I'd never been to Vail. And I got to see 2 of our hottest Tropicana girls taking a shower together. So thinking about maybe at the Tropicana, these girls took showers together, and I think they did, right?
Oh, yeah, they did. Oh, hell yeah.
Fish, when you work at a place.
I witnessed a lot of that.
You what?
I witnessed a whole lot of that.
Oh, I remember Bill, it was tough. He had a girlfriend that drove him crazy. I don't know. This girl, I remember she would say jump, you say how high. And you would be at work and you'd be screaming at me and everybody because she was just very difficult. Remember this girl? This was your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
You were going to marry her.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, I hope it's not your wife now. No. You kicked her to the curb, right?
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But Fish, this guy ran a tight ship. Even though we had all these beautiful girls, they all tried to, oh, Bill, please let me, please give me, the first spot when we mud wrestled. Oh, Bill, right? They kissed your fucking ass. They rubbed up again, yeah.
You talk about my girlfriend at that time, okay? Shelly, my girlfriend came into the Trop one night, and Shelly went up to her and told her, you know something? I can't believe your boyfriend. And she said, what? She goes, I even offered to suck his dick, and he wouldn't let me do the first mud show. She never believed me that Shelly was just screwing around. She said, oh, they're all sucking your dick then. I said, no, I don't date any of these girls. But oh, my God, she never forgot that.
Really?
Never.
Oh, my God. They just and Shelly was smart. She was just playing with her. And to see where it would go, right? Just goofing on her, yeah.
You just screwing her, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Did you? So even before your girlfriend, you never dated the girls, right? It's like a
Oh, I dated a few of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
but I did date a few of them outside.
Right, outside the club. Yeah, that was the thing, Fish. You got to date these girls or the waitresses outside the club, because if you do it inside the club, the management's the only ones that get to do that. Us guys, just do your job and hit the door. And that's what I did. And that's what you taught me, Bill. You said, listen, cocktails, just work, get your job done. You're really good at what you do. I was so humbled by you saying that. You said, then go home, get out of here. Don't go partying with them at the Rainbow. Just work, right? And that's why I lasted for.
Oh yeah, I never went to the Rainbow with them. I filmed a video with them at the Whiskey A Go-Go upstairs. We did 2 videos, but no, I would never go out party. But well, I won't say never. I did a couple times. I did go a couple parties. So,
and where did that lead?
Those were I went to. Well, we went to a party at Penny's house. I don't know if you remember Penny. And I'm sitting there, and me and Stephen Parisi from Rad are sitting there doing shots, having a great time, talking with all these people who were there. I mean, just having a ball. Then Vince Neil used to have naughty nighty parties at his house. And used to go to those.
What were those like?
But I think the best party I ever went in, and we had it at the Tropicana. The best party was Tommy Lee's bachelor party when he married Heather Locklear.
Oh boy,
that was freaking nuts! Oh my God, these guys had a fishbowl of white powder they threw on my desk. And I'm just like, if a cop walks in here right now, I'm going to prison. And those Nick Morris, those guys were nuts. I mean, they were party animals.
Yeah, they liked the booger
that
sugar.
Was awesome
in the 80s.
Oh my God, did they like the booger sugar?
Right, the booger sugar. They did a couple of rails in the Tropicana. I used to catch people doing them. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
that
was the girls must have gone crazy. I remember when Pamela Anderson, Bill, was being roasted on Comedy Central. Guys, Jeff Ross says, I heard Tommy Lee's dick is so big it has an elbow. So, and I'm sure some of the girls that worked on that night knew that. Hey, Bill, 6 degrees of separation. Did. We've already established Youngstown, Cleveland. I worked with Julio in a couple of porno films. I was in When Harry Ate Sally and Gladiator, and he was my stand-in dick. So just, that. I got to ask you a question on a serious note. You manage these girls.
Go ahead.
And Brad says, come with a question that, because I go, I got 1,000 of them. But you manage these girls. Is it like managing a baseball team and you say to a girl named Sarah, you're the cleanup tonight because there's a bunch of rednecks out there with limited teeth and so do you. So you could probably get the most money out of them. Was it your vision to put the girls in the right spots when they dance with the demographics of your room?
Absolutely. I used to put them where I thought it would work the best. The first row was 2 girls in the oil. That was the first fight. That had to be extremely high energy to set the pace for the rest of the night. So you had to have 2 powerful girls. A lot of them got pissed because they didn't make as much money. But then I said, listen, you're going to do this today. Tomorrow, I rotated them all. And I kept it all fair, except for a couple princesses. But we all know who those were, Brad, that we had no choice but to keep them in the number 1 spots. Because the owners said, no, they're going to be there. So, okay, fine. But I tried to be fair with them. We had to keep the energy going. You had to keep the girls moving, keep the crowd going. The MC had to be spot on. And you had to watch out for the idiots in their hands.
Right.
We used to get it. We had so many fights there. Oh, my God.
Speaking about fights, I want to tell you something, Fish, about Bill. Bill used to be the referee, and maybe we can show his picture if you got his picture. There he is. Look at that with that mullet. Look at that. Now look into his eyes.
Guns, baby.
Look at the guns and look into his eyes. This motherfucker, if you fuck with the girls, he would jump in first. Security wouldn't be there first. Bill would be there first. And he kicked some fucking ass. He threw some fucking losers out of the fucking club many a night. Correct, Amundo? Bill didn't run.
Oh, hell yeah.
You never, you stayed right in it.
One time that I was there that I got scared. Because usually if I hit you there, you're hitting the ground. I was knocking you out. One of those two. I hit this one guy so hard, and he turned his head, looked at me, and smiled. I'm like, I'm dead. So I kicked him in the balls. I called BJ, and we threw him out the front door.
Now BJ Wester was our top security man. He was 6'8", 350.
Yep.
But he had a heart of gold. He was a teddy bear, but you fuck
he was great.
You fuck with the girls. I put BJ in the show because I told the audience when I opened, all right, guys, you're going to have a good time tonight, but you can't touch the girls, but they can touch you. And if there's any problems, this is what happens. And I played the Munster music. Dun, 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 dun. And BJ would come out, walk around the ring, grab the microphone, and I let him do a little spiel. Oh my God. People, and then I had a plant in the audience. He would go, stand up and go, fuck you. I could fucking take you. You're not that fucking big, you asshole. So literally, PJ took him by the fucking throat, and he fucking walked him right out. And then he used the door as a battering ram. He used the guy as a battering ram and threw his ass out onto Western. But wow, what a great time, Billy. And you were so good to me because I was the low man, the young guy on the totem pole. There was Paul Greenwood. There was Garrett Atkins, who taught me a lot about being an MC. And then there was Dennis. Dennis was the showpiece. He was the guy. He was the rock and roll MC. He used to get him into a frenzy, right, Bill? Dennis?
Somewhat, yeah. But a lot of that he learned from Garrett, Paul, and Cherie.
Oh, Cherie.
I don't know if you remember Cherie, the one female MC we used to have.
Yeah. She got fired because the only reason you get a job at the Trop as an MC if the bar is up. So I had 4 Mondays, and Paul Picard said, if the bar is up, you keep your job. I go, what about making people laugh? He goes, I don't give a fuck about that. I want to make money. You keep the bar. So Cherie, guys were like calling her all sorts of names, and then she'd go, BJ, kick this guy out. So she was kicking out like guys right and left. And then Paul was like, I can't have this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Gary, you make fun of them. They can make fun of you. If they call you see you next Tuesday, you got to take it right in the tush, right? Right between the cheeks.
Yep.
So they
hell yeah.
Right?
She got so pissed at me one night because she pissed me off upstairs. I come downstairs. I sent somebody to the store. He come back with a 24-inch black dildo. And she starts her spiel, and I throw that dildo right into the mud pit. And she's looking like that. She goes, what am I supposed to do that? I said, well, if you don't know, now we know why you're such a bitch.
Oh, that's great. Oh, the story.
Oh, she was pissed. Oh, she was pissed. Oh,
I love it. Bill, here's the great thing about you, Bill. You ran a tight ship. See, people think there's a lot of chaos because all these girls are jealous of each other and all this stuff. But Bill, I was in some of those meetings upstairs in the girls' locker room, and you just let them have it. This is how it's going to go. You listen to me. You're on your mark. You do your job. And if you don't, you're fucking gone. And these girls, their faces are like, but I have the biggest tits here. I usually got by on my big tits. Not anymore, honey. This is a fucking job. This is a fucking company, right? And you ran it.
Exactly.
And you were incredible. You really did, from being a referee to all the administration upstairs and all the bullshit. Oh, you had a break. I remember you breaking up fights in the locker room. These girls going at it. Oh, it was crazy.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, right? Oh,
Maybe pulling their hair extensions out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They were brutal.
They were so fucking brutal to each other. And then like these girls, like I would say, and you would say, we go, girls, can you take this downstairs in front of the audience? We love this. And then if they were in a fight, when they started wrestling, they fucking got it on. Hair extensions, punching each other. And I'm like, oh, fuck, what do I do here? And then I looked at you, I go, what do I do as you're refereeing around the ring? You go, let him go. Let him go. I go, okay, Phil, I'll let him go. But, we had so much fun.
Do you remember Kona, the Barbarian?
Yes, I did. Yes, I do.
I can remember the one time we're up there, and I'm roughing the thing. She's wrestling in the mud, and she looks up at me and she spit on me. And I looked down there and said, "You motherfucking bitch." And I took my whistle, threw it down, and went in there, and I picked her up and body slammed her in the pit. The people in the audience went nuts. I mean, they went crazy. We used to do that after that point. The first one wasn't a show. I was pissed. After that, we used to do it every so often. I'd go in there and just do the same thing, and I'd body slam her, and she'd pin me, and it would go on for a little bit. Then I'd go out, go get cleaned up, and come back.
Right.
But yeah, they would go nuts. Oh yeah,
we need to.
And there were so many stars that came in.
Oh yeah,
you know how many stars that ever? You know all the stars in the audience.
Right. I want to before you mention all the stars that you saw there, and I will too. I want everybody to know that these girls came out in costumes. Like for instance, Fish, the one girl, she didn't start the fire, but she's gonna put it out. Say hello to Firefighting Fantasy from Las Vegas, Nevada. Here comes Las Vegas Lana. Oh boy, guys, you know, everybody needs a yearly physical. Here comes Heather, the head nurse. And they come out of the out, and then they strip down to their bikinis, no nudity. And it was unbelievable. I mean, we saw, Bill, you know, that was the creme de la creme. Now strip clubs are a dime a dozen, right? Tell us some of the stars. Billy Idol, Vince Neil. Who else did you see there? I can tell you. I mean, so many people. John Landis, the director from Animal House, Blues Brothers.
Fish.
Oh yeah.
Fish.
One that would have had a class with. Sam Kennison used to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Him and his whole entourage. Now Sam and me got to be pretty tight there. So what Sam would do there, I would give him a free table for his guys to come in, and he gave me a table at the Comedy Store on Sunday when he was there.
That's great.
I always showed up there to one Sunday with Sam, and he's on stage, and they put a telephone out there. And then he goes, ask the audience, he goes, listen, does anybody out there have an ex-wife that they really can't stand? I have 10 girls and people at the table pointing at me. He calls me up on the stage. You have her number? I said, yeah. I give him the number. He calls her. We get a phone machine. He goes, hey, I'm here with your ex-husband, Bill, and 200 other people, and we just want to say, you're a fucking bitch. And he just went on. I got phone calls for 6 months after that.
Oh my god, yeah, Sam was great. When he came in, he was, you know, he respected me because I was, you know, an MC, a comedian and stuff. But man, he had an entourage, didn't he? He brought in every swinging dick. I mean, unbelievable. I remember he used to hang out with.
I don't know if you remember John. Oh yeah, yep, a lot.
Yeah, he used to hang out with.
I don't know if you remember Bon Jovi upstairs.
Oh, Bon Jovi. Bon
Jovi, he'd be upstairs in the corner booth. He'd be just sitting there watching. He was
really
real quiet, all to himself. You had Slash and them from Guns N' Roses. You had the guys from Rat. You had LA Gun. You had, I mean, I remember Bill Cosby. We know what he was doing. We had Bill Cosby, Eddie Van Halen. I even had a picture somewhere. My wife has a store of me and Eddie Van Halen in his car. He had a white Countach. We were out by the car. And just people after people after people. I even did a show for Jerry Lewis's son up in New York.
Really? Did you do a lot? Did you do a lot of private shows? Did you take the Trop on the road a lot?
I did a few of them. Yeah, I did a lot for them. And the final one I did when I left, I did a big show up in New York for Jerry Lewis's son. Hooked me up to this other guy. He was doing the Broadway musical of Cats. And he flew me, 4 girls, an MC, a referee, and my girlfriend to New York. Put us all up, limos, everything. And when I left the show that night, I got my pay. It was all cash. I told everybody goodbye. They said, what do you mean goodbye? I said, because I'm not coming back.
Oh, you knew this was the coup de grace?
Came back. Yeah, that was it. I was tired. There was so much bullshit going on at the Trop. The Trop was starting to slide a little bit, you know, because Paul passed away.
Right.
Paul got killed in that car accident, Paul Bacard.
Right.
And stuff was just getting out of hand. Nobody was, you know, it really was for a while, was getting out of hand. I said, you know what? This is a good time for me. And I got out. I moved to Phoenix. I was in Phoenix for a while.
you left on top. That's the best way. These athletes, they hang around too long. Let me ask you this. Fish used to date some of these girls, and look at them. Look at this guy. They don't go out with guys like Fish and me. They go out with losers. Like, for instance, I remember this girl, who will remain nameless. I introduced her to my buddy. Let's just say it was Fish. He's got a job. He's got a nice place to live in LA. He's a good guy. He'd like to take you out. She goes, no. And then she'd look over Fish's shoulder. Who's that guy who just walked in from LA County Jail? I go, why would you want to go out with that loser? Because I'm going to save him. Oh, yeah, you're going to save him. Save him from what? Terrible, terrible. Bill, why do these girls go out with such losers? How about nice guys?
I got no idea.
I mean,
they didn't want nothing to do with the nice guys. They wanted all
they want bad
degenerates, or whatever you want to call them. They want bad boys, yeah.
Stop. Both of you. Stop. What do you mean that they don't go out with guys like me? I date. You should have seen me.
I said that. I
know.
Fish, come on, let's be honest. Fish, look
at me. Yeah, you see me in the '80s. I worked at a top nightclub called Mom's Saloon in the '80s in Brentwood. Bill,
did you ever go there, Bill? Did you ever go there? Mom,
I never went there. No,
yeah. But some of those names you just mentioned used to show up there. But that's another story. My big question to you, sir, is how stressed out were you having to Brad in the establishment? He's in the shower with girls. Did you, one, have a defibrillator on the premises? And two, did you have a doctor on call? Because there's no way this schmuck right here isn't having 7 heart attacks at night when these girls start going down to their bikinis. I mean,
we had no defibrillators. All we had was oral service to bring him back up. That's all we could tell him.
I want the doctor. I'm in.
Really, I love you. Service. Oh my! We had some real 5 years of your life, Bill. Oh, what? By the way, did Tony Montana? Did he continue to work there under your tutelage, being the boss?
No, Tony Montana now works for NBC.
What?
He does. No, you can see him on. I don't know. No, it's CBS, not NBC. You can see him on the Academy Awards. He's on the red carpet. He's in one of those tuxedos, and he flies around, does shows and stuff. Oh yeah, he's doing well. I every time I go to LA, I try to meet up with him. I was just there about 2 months ago. He was busy because everything went down, and then it started back up. So he was gone. He couldn't meet with me then. And you were, I think, you were pretty busy too.
I tried to because I'm sorry, Bill. Are you still for hire? I live in Las Vegas, and this is Super Bowl week, and the Spearmint Rhino treasures. We have a correspondent that works for the show, John Hyatt. The strip clubs are going crazy. There are celebrities, NFL players, athletes, dignitaries in these strip clubs. We could use a guy for you for hire to get in there and start shipping it up because it's madness.
We got to fly Bill out if our dream comes true. We might be opening a bar, possibly. And Bill, you got to be there on opening night. I need you there. You know that.
Absolutely. No problem.
You'll fly out? Good.
You tell me, I'll be there. Absolutely.
I know. Bill, do you have any great, unbelievable stories that you're like, what the F? How did that happen? Like, you turn around, you see a celebrity. This person gives you a hard time. I used to see, like, in the deep dark corners of the Trop in the dark, I saw naughty stuff going on. Did you see that a lot? I did.
Oh yes, when I wasn't involved with it, I saw it.
Right, you saw it, yeah.
That stuff was going on all the time, and I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. No.
Oh, I don't know if you remember the hallway upstairs. There was a Pac-Man machine. Do you remember the Pac-Man machine?
Yes, I do.
Garrett Atkins, he'd be on stage, and if there was a problem, he would yell out Pac-Man. That was my key that somebody was getting in his face. I would go up to him. Paul Picard used to get pissed. I'd take the guy by his neck, take him down the hallway, and slam his face into the Pac-Man machine, take him down and throw him down the steps. There were like 15 steps in the back. I mean, we just threw him. Sometimes I land down there. The LA sheriffs would come. They said, "What happened?" And the one sheriff, he fell. I said, "Yeah, he fell down." And it would go like that.
So you,
I mean,
Pac-Man
the
was
sheriffs, they were all there.
They were always.
They called when he called out Pac-Man, I knew it was something was happening.
Yeah. Oh God, that was your word. That was your thing.
Oh yeah. How about girls in the shower? You know, they weren't always washing. They were playing a lot of times.
I know.
They had a lot of. I only talked to one. I talked to Nanette. She texts me every once in a while. She's the only one I ever talked to. So the rest of them, I don't know what happened to them. But,
yeah. Did you? I talked to Maria. Did you see the show we did?
I saw
with
the Maria thing. I remember her.
Yeah, she's great.
Yep, I remember her.
She has a great podcast. Yeah, I mean, I keep in touch with Shelly. I keep in touch with Candace. I keep in touch with Amy. I mean, there's so many girls I keep in touch with because of Facebook. But we have, I mean, we got to do a show about this. I mean, you're going to be a creative consultant because I'm telling you, there was Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. I'm starting to write something, Bill, and you gotta be involved because it's just endless. The stories are endless. The customers are endless. Who comes in? These athletes. Oh my gosh, we had athletes all the time. You know, when they come in, football, basketball, hanging out at the Forum. And they used to come over after the game. These girls were. I mean,
the TV guy Jim Brown.
You
remember Jim Brown from I think he was on KBC.
No,
Jim Hill.
Jim Hill, yeah. He used to come in every
night. Was it Hill? I had the wrong name. It's only been
Brown,
almost 40 years, Brad.
That's okay. No, Jim Hill.
But yeah, they used to come in every night and sit at the bar.
Absolutely, yeah. And Jim Hill still is on CBS Channel 2 doing sports. He's still, I'm telling you, black don't crack. This guy looks fantastic. He looks the same. But it's so great because I bump into people in LA and they look at me and they go, "Did you work at the?" I go, "Yep." And I go, "Did you come for a bachelor party?" "Oh my God, don't tell my wife." Blah, blah, blah. I go, "Come on, you're allowed to go play." Right?
Do you remember? I don't think you were there when Michelle Pfeiffer and Dee Dee Pfeiffer were waitresses there.
What? You're telling me?
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer and Dee Dee Pfeiffer were waitresses.
She was a waitress. They said she was a bar waitress or a bartender. I wasn't there. It was right before I came. But her sister, Dee Dee, she was there for a long time.
Oh my gosh! If I would have known that, because I'm very good friends with her husband, David Tilley. He's a big writer and a great guy. Wow! And Dee Dee was just on the show that I worked on. I would love to walk up to them and say, I'm a whisper in their ear, "Were you a waitress at the Hollywood Tropicana?" And they'll go, "Come on over here." Yes. Everybody needs to start off somewhere. I mean, we had some very famous waitresses, but no, it was a time. Do you think that, Bill, let me ask you, you're a good businessman. Do you think I could recreate the Tropicana today? Do you think oh, by the way, the building is still there. I think you could. I thought they tore it down. The last time I was down there, I thought they were tearing it down. I went by it. No,
it looks like hell.
Yeah, the gas station next door, they tore that down, built a building. But the Tropicana and the parking lot is still there. Still there, buddy. And they rented out the production.
My old office up there.
I know they found.
I'd like to go upstairs to see if my old office.
Oh, it is. No, I'm telling you, they rented out to film, TV, movie production, music videos, all that stuff. It's like a gigantic stage. It's fantastic. Remember, were you there when they filmed Coming to America with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall? They filmed it there. No. That big scene when they go to a club. Oh my God, there's so much stuff that was shot at the Tropicana. Kenny still owns it.
Mackenzie still own that property?
Yeah,
oh my God.
McKenzie.
He was great. Very quiet.
Still a great guy. I saw him many years ago. Still a great guy. Remembered me. We laughed we told a couple of stories. We had some laughs. Really special. Do you have? Oh, by the way, what was your first job? What was your first job as a kid, Bill? When you got in your life, starting working?
My first job as a kid?
Yeah, like we worked in
Ohio. I was No, detailing cars.
Oh,
I was 13 detailing cars. And I learned how to drive them too, because I take them down the street and come bring them back when I'm 13.
Wow. And did you work for yourself or you work for somebody else?
No, I worked. My buddy's dad owned a car
Gotcha.
lot.
That's great. That got you going.
Was right up the street from where I grew up. Yep.
Wow, what a colorful life you've had, Bill. Unbelievable. Wonderful. I met your son. He's a great guy. He went to UCLA and graduated, right? Your son Dustin?
He got his master's in healthcare. Yep.
He's a good kid. Good kid.
He's he's in New Orleans right now for Mardi Gras all week.
Oh, is he? All right. Send my love to him. He's a good kid. Really good kid, man. You did good as a father, man. But this has been fantastic. Bill, is there any story you can leave us for our audience and our listeners that just will rock this show? Something crazy, something nuts, something way out there. Anything? Did the DEA ever come in and bust anybody for drugs? How about Vice?
No, but I tell you what, you know where you used to get the best little things from was the sheriff. The sheriffs always had that stuff.
The sheriffs?
Believe me, the sheriffs had the best you could get.
Wow.
The sheriffs would come in, they'd have it.
You mean what we're talking about?
Yeah. There was so much partying. I don't know how that place didn't get shut down for that because, yeah, you're right. The money, that made it happen because you realize what those guys own, all those newspapers, that was all them. All those porn newspapers, that was all them.
Oh, the Hollywood
and all the games.
Wow.
Oh,
that's amazing. On any
some of the girls, they'd go back.
People don't realize.
I know. I don't mention her name. The one little short, dark-haired girl. She was always up in them front offices, taking care of business. Her first name started with a T. I won't say her name though, but yeah, whatever. See you next Tuesday.
I know. She was very good friends with the owner.
Oh yeah, wink, wink. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. By the way, I saw her a couple of years ago, and she needed me for. Really? I told. Here's a story for you. This is a good one. So she worked there since she was like 16 years old, and this is an unbelievable story. So I didn't see her for a while, and she walks in, and I go, "Hi, what's up, T?" She goes, "How you doing? I'm pregnant." I go, "Wow, congratulations. Who's the father?" She says, "Well, it's one of two people." I go, "Okay." And she told me the two people, this one kid across the street at the mobile station, or a very, very famous athlete. And I go, had twins. She had twins. And to this day, she asked, I said, "You've got to find out who the father is because your daughters need to know who their dad is. It's only fair."
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to help her, and I found out who it was. And it was really sad because she thought, because he had his entourage, that his entourage would come to her and go, "Oh, he still loves you. He's going to marry you. Don't make trouble." So she never made trouble. She never went for a DNA test, all that stuff that, a paternity test, all that stuff. And to this day, I saw her and she looks good, but an absolute mess, a hot mess express. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't.
Brad. Yeah. Just tell America and the world that you were the father.
Yeah.
Although you're not famous.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm going to tell you what, he watched a lot of his kids in the bathroom after the show. That I can tell you.
Oh, my God. Billy, we'll end on that note.
We heard you back there, Brad.
The what?
We heard you in the bathroom. Billy? Don't think we didn't know what you were doing.
I was doing a lot of things in that bathroom. Yeah, exactly, Fish.
Oh, yeah.
Bill, this has been such a treat for me and Fish. Fish, do you have any questions? Give me one question. You said you had a lot of questions for Bill. Do you have one?
Yeah, he's an Ohio guy. Who do you like in the Super Bowl?
There you go.
Oh, I have to be the 49ers. They're my neighbors.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Have to be.
Yeah, I think it's going to be 49. Well,
Absolutely.
we'll talk about that later. Bill, good health, happiness, continued success. You're a great guy, man. I'll tell you, I always think of you. I talk about you often. And when you come to LA, you better look me up. And if I get to Ohio, baby,
I'll be out in a couple more months. I'll be coming back out in a couple months. So, yep, we'll be looking you up again.
We'll go to Factor's Deli again and have a corned beef on rye.
Oh, hell yeah!
Come to Vegas. Come to my restaurant.
When I make it to Vegas,
you got to come to Vegas and see Fish because there's more going on. There's more strip clubs. There's more action in Vegas. You know, you go with Brad. All you're gonna do is eat this the whole time, right? That's it. That's Brad.
Yeah, chicken nuggets. I know. We don't buy it for Annie. We know damn well he's eating them.
Everybody loves Annie. Okay, I have to sample to make sure they're not poisonous. This is so much fun.
Yeah,
Billy,
that's what he says.
Billy, you better look me up. We have some. I got to meet Tony Montana. Oh my gosh, he must have stories. I heard his penis has a lot of stories. That was for you, Fish. That was for you, buddy. Billy, until next time. Thank you so much, sir. I love you. You're my brother from another
Love you too, brothers.
All right, Bill Hudak,
Absolutely.
come on.
Safe.
Thank you, Billy.
All right.
We love you, buddy.
I'll see you again, Bill.
Stay healthy.
All right, man.
You look great.
Be good.
You good. Wow, that was fun. That was good. I told you, man. The stories are plentiful.
Yeah, he kind of gave you a nice plug there by saying, I wouldn't doubt it if Brad was a father. I think that you got more vagina working at that place than you want to admit because you're humble and you know that your family and all the yids, that the Yiddish and are going to come out and say, oh, what the hell did we didn't know you did that. How many shiksas do you have? You know, no, Brad. You can tell America, tell the world, wherever the people, listen to us, watch. You did well, man. I'm proud of you. That's a great Michelle Pfeiffer.
I can't believe she worked there. I'm going to ask my friend. Her and her sister were waitresses. Oh my goodness, or bartenders. Michelle Pfeiffer. I can't believe that. I'll have to find that out. But no, I had a great time there, man. But I'm very quiet about the ladies I date and the things that I do because I don't need to. I'm not a show off. I'm just a blast.
Well, we know this. I already teased it, but go ahead. Give me. Those are the 6 burgers that were named the top burgers in the United States. You give me your top one and the worst. I've never had a Shake Shack burger. Have you?
I had it one time. Where's the Mecca In-N-Out Burger?
It's not on there. These are In-N-Out burgers. It should be.
I think it should be.
Yeah.
I had 5 guys. Believe it or not, I've had every one of these. Believe it.
Me too. I've not had Shake Shack. No Shake Shack for Fish.
Shake Shack,
but
I mean, you know what? I just had Wendy's. I had a Wendy's single. Very good. Very good. McDonald's, is a second home. But it just depends on what. I haven't had White Castle in a long time. Pound for pound, that could be really the best. I don't know. I just like all kinds of burgers. They call me Brad.
All right, boy chicken. All right. You lost 2 dinners to me, and now this is you get a chance because you lost by having the Ravens and the Lions.
Yeah.
You get a chance to pick who you want, and obviously I get the other team. So it's kind of like we're even if I win. If you win, then you get 2 dinners. So America's rooting for you because we know, we just showed your appetite. Who do you got?
I got a deal. How about this? In addition, you got to throw in a Korean massage parlor. I need a massage in Vegas. Can you do that?
Why does it have to be Korean or Japanese or any kind of persuasion?
Russian, I don't care. Just a massage from one of these beautiful women.
Do you want a regular massage? You want a deep tissue, Swedish shiatsu? Or do you want one that ends like many of your massages ended at the Hollywood Tropicana?
You mean a lucky finish? You mean a time release massage?
Well, you know what? A lot of this, you've been in 120 shows and stuff like that. A lot of them didn't have happy endings. So, maybe
that was good. That was a good one, buddy. That was really good. Listen, I've never been to a massage parlor ever or a strip club.
You're a funny guy. You know that?
Do you know? I'm gonna plug something. I got to tell you this story real quick, and then I'll give you my pick. Okay. There's the greatest place. So in life, if you want to find the best bar, you talk to an alcoholic. If you want to find the best drugs, you talk to a drug addict. Well, if you want to find the best strip club, you talk to a guy who comes in to the Hollywood Tropicana every night, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So there's just a customer named, there was a customer, let's call him Pablo, because that's his name. And he's the nicest guy. He used to come in and go, Johnny Cocktails, you got to go to this club called Tropical Lay. I go, where is that? He goes, in Upland. Upland? Where the fuck is Upland? He goes, it's a 40-minute drive. I go, 40 minutes? I'm not going for a 40-minute drive. So my buddy Kent, he and I were bored one night. I go, buddy, let's go to this club. I'll drive. So I went out, and the most incredible club in the world. You walk in, you sit down, no alcohol. The most beautiful girls in the world, and they come, and literally the first thing they do, they put their hand down your pants. That's how they shake. That's how they introduce themselves. So every time I bring somebody there, it's their birthday. So Fish, if it was your birthday, I take you out there. Oh, it's my buddy Fish's birthday. Every time. And I'd hand you a pair of sweatpants, and you go in the back room because, easy access, and you'd have a great time. So recently I went out there because my buddy son was a virgin, not a virgin in life, but a virgin in the strip club world. So I broke him in, and we had the time of our lives, and it was crazy. And it hadn't changed. The club hadn't changed. So if you're in town, you got to go out to Upland, the tropicallay.com. Hubba hubba. Incredible.
Well, I'm a married man, so I'd be out, but I'll tell you what, if the girl did that to me, it's a firm handshake where you're the soft handshake that's like, oh my God, this guy has no self-esteem. We have some memes. Let's get to the soup.
Do you want me to give you my pick? Where'd you go? Do I have to finish the show? My pick, Fish, is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. It's time they step up. I love KC. I'm a Swiftie, all the good stuff. But I really believe when I saw San Francisco come back against the Detroit Lions by 17 points in the second half, I'm telling you, buddy, there's just something about San Francisco. They can turn it on and turn it off. And that McCaffrey is unbelievable. No one's stopping him. But it's good. I just hope it's a great game and it's not a blowout. So my pick is the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. And I get, if I win, I get 2 dinners and a massage at one of the Las Vegas finest establishments. Korean, Chinese, Russian, Latina, white. I don't care. But I got to get a massage. I have a lot of stress in my life. One of the biggest reasons I need it is because I'm hanging out with you and doing this podcast. It's very stressful, very stressful. How do I look today? I look good. God damn, I look good. But that's my. I'm gonna go to my buddy's Super Bowl party and then come back.